Alright, greetings and salutations. It's your boy D-Boom. We back with extended breakdowns for the week. If you ain't checked out Divine Masculine Situation yet, check that out. If you ain't checked out the Feminine Situation, check her out. I also did Twin Flames and Separation, which is still up. And I did Twin Flames and Union, Reunion, and Recognition. But that video got flagged, dropping too much jewels, I guess. You know what I mean? I guess some information is bad information, even if it's divine information. But if you caught the video, then you know what I'm talking about. I just took it on off. And, you know, just learning what info I can speak on and what info I can leave alone. I don't think I'm a militant type person, you know what I'm saying? God body person, but it's all divinity here. It's funny, my sexual rate doesn't get flagged. You know, the cussing doesn't get flagged. You know what I'm saying? But soon I drop some jewels, you know, jewels, some real jewels, and I broke it down too. You know, they flag my shit. So hopefully this doesn't get flagged. So let's just give it the business. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes rant, and we're gonna get straight into it. All right, head, that's swords, thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology, the direction you're going, the decisions you're making, because everything starts from the mind. Then we got cups. This is feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators of where you're going mentally, because your heart and mind must be aligned with everything that you do. We ain't half-assing nothing around here. You dig what I'm saying? Who rules the heart and mind department? The Divine Feminine does. This is the Divine Feminine's extended breakdown. We will be doing Divine Masculine's extended breakdown right after this. Masculine realm, that deals with wands. These are actions and behavior, things you're doing, things you've done, not what you finna do because you ain't did it yet. What you done got karma and accountability attached to it. What you doing got karma and accountability attached to it. What you finna do does not. Wands represent the current, the now, the ing, because we living, we learning, we earning every day, speaking, listening, we're in the present. That's why it's a gift from God. Finally, we have pentacles. Pentacles are persons, places, and things. These things you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pentacles expire. All pentacles have expiration dates, and all pentacles are temporary. Let's get straight with the message. So, overall energy is fairly important, Divine Feminine. We got the Three of Pentacles, and this represents the bridge. You know, bridge is basically you and another person, and the common denominator between the two is this is you, your first best friend, and the shit y'all had in common. This is you, your tenant, and the house they renting out. This is you, your twin flame, and this bond you share. Because I mean, a bond is a thing. It's a pinnacle. Aside from two people in their commonality or two people in the common denominator, because remember, likes attracts like. So whether it's your best friend or your motherfucking enemy, you know what I mean? At one point, you two had something in common. People don't get into your cipher. Two of Pentacles represents you and another person in your face, in your space, or in your cipher. You know, you can have a person in your face all day. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a hater or a best friend, it's something that's gonna happen that's gonna create a bridge between you two. It's like a fucking bully. You can have a bully in your face all day, talking shit about you, hating on you, gossiping and all that. But I mean, they ain't really doing anything. Ain't nothing really manifested. Like if they swing on your ass, that's something. Now you got liability to beat that ass. You know what I'm saying? Put the belt the ass for real, for real. Like I say, a person don't like you all day, but if they gossip about you, try to throw you under the bus at your job or something, snitch on you, like, you know what I'm saying? It's something this other person has to do to really do something to you. Bridge process is also you getting to a higher place or a higher space. So, you know, this is you. This is the job that you want to get. A better job, higher paying job, more qualified job. In order for you to get a more qualified job, you're going to have to get some qualifications. So a degree is going to be the link in the bridge to get you from your low paying job to your high paying job or a trade, or maybe just knowing a person in high places. You know, when it comes to the building process, you can't do nothing by yourself. You really can't build by yourself. Even if you wanted to build a house by yourself, you're still going to need some tools. And I'm pretty sure that tool is going to be in somebody else's tool shed. So you're going to have to borrow some tools from them. You know, this is water. This is Kool-Aid mix. I mean, you're going to need some sugar. It's like, damn, I ain't got no sugar. Let me ask the neighbor for some sugar. So knock, knock, knock. Hey, can I get some sugar so I can, you know, make this bomb-ass Kool-Aid? You feel what I'm saying? We're all going to need somebody. Even if you're antisocial like me. Even if you don't fuck with people like myself. I still find myself fucking with people. Now, there's a difference between having to deal with people, having to fuck with people, and like fake fucking with people. You know, fake fraternizing, you know. Because users and abusers, whether it's a narcissist, like I say, a user, abuser, or a fucking loser, you know, they could be around you all day, but I mean, eventually they're going to have to find a common denominator to get close to you, to get to you. Person could be around you, that's being in your cipher and shit, but like I say, it has to be a common denominator. So another example would be like I said, it's like the industry or success. You know, the only way the devil can taint you is by, like I say, finding a common denominator that he can get to you with. Devil's all around divine people all the time. Demons around divine people all the time. But it has to be a bridge that's going to link them to you. Could be drugs, could be alcohol, could be, like I say, if your addiction is sex, then he going to send a dude your way or a bitch your way. You know what I'm saying? If you're, like, whatever your vice is, through vices, you know, you can get caught the fuck up. You know, just be careful of the bridges you building, and be careful of the bridges around you. You know the term burning bridges? Some bridges need to be burned, but also, divine feminine, some bridges need to be built in order to get you from point A to point C or point Z. Bottom line energy, more important than anything in this message, we got the Ace of Swords, and this is Ascension. And what's Ascension? It's going up. And what's up? God is what's up. There's only one right way, and that's up. Okay? People going left field all day. You might think you're going the right way, only to see that really it's kind of wrong. You know, a conversation I have with a lot of chosen ones and people like myself in my situation. I notice kind-hearted people like myself, empathetic people like myself, people who put like ourselves on the back burner and choose to help other people, or choose to, like I say, have empathy or loyalty or respect or care for others. You know, things outside ourselves. We tend to be most susceptible to the bridges. You know what I'm saying? The bullshit bridges, building bullshit bridges with bullshit people. But, you know, one thing I know is about chosen ones, we do right. At least what we think is right. And only to find out we kind of doing it wrong. We put ourselves before others because we think, that's what we're supposed to do. Only to live in a world where you focus on your fucking self. You got to be selfish in this world, not selfless. But where do divines live? In a higher space. We live in the real world, and that's Zion. That's the fourth, fifth dimension. That's where time is infinite. God dwells in the infinite. Other divines dwell in the infinite. We don't fucking live here. Like, we are here, but we're not from here. We just happen to reside in this physical space. The world is just a temporary space where all things expire. You know, you don't expire in the infinite. That's why us chosen people, you know, we look young. We young at heart. We got young personalities. I'm 38 years old. I ain't got no gray. I don't dye my shit. None of that shit. Like look at my face. You know what I'm saying? I still, inside, I still feel like I'm 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 and shit. You know, like, we age well. Like, you see the skin? Like, you know what I mean? I go through more stress than the average fucking person, but I don't let stress possess me. Feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be young at heart forever. You know? Because I mentally live in the real world. And what is the real world? Look at the Matrix. Like I say, there's no sun. It's darkness every fucking day. You're getting chased and harassed and policed by motherfucking machines. AI. We live in sewers, man. It stinks. But people live in a matrix. Like I say, it's their little heaven on earth. They're so preoccupied by the beauty and the things that's going on in the motherfucking world, they really ain't got their eye on the motherfucking prize. And the prize is, like I say, ascending, A for ascending, to the real world. Ace of Swords also represents what I like to call the loading chamber in the matrix. Access. You can literally get access to anything you need to succeed, survive, and thrive in this world. You just have to attain it. You just have to acquire it. But it all starts in the mind. This is strength, power, authority, dominion. A for anything you need to succeed, survive, and thrive in life. It will be already given unto you because it's already here for you. Like I said, you just got to access it and attain it. So if you need strength to get through, it's already here for you to access. You need that person, like I say, the missing link to get you from point A to point C. You looking for that job or that degree or that certificate or that place or that space that you need to get to the next level. It's already out here. You just got to access it or acquire it or attain it. And once it's attained, then you can acquire it. But attaining things is easy, even though it's hard as shit. Maintaining shit is a full-time job. So whatever you need, Divine Feminine, it's already given unto you. You just got to access it. Point blank, period. Moving on. First card of your message. This is energy you either coming into or leaving. This is direct energy. Conscious energy. We got the Devil card. And Devil card represents addictions, overindulging, doing things in excess, bad contracts, bad business dealings, bad relations. Building bridges or dealing with people who, like I say, have bad intentions for you, ill intentions for you. You know what I mean? That you kind of ain't hip on. This could be chained to a person, to a place, or a thing, whether you realize it or not. This is regressive behavior. Going backwards, doing shit you said you weren't going to do no more. You swore you weren't going to deal with people or build with people anymore. Be 10 toes the fuck down on that. That'd be sad as hell. You say you're going to stop dealing with the same people that's hurting you and using you and abusing you, only to go back to them because you think that you need them for assistance. A for assistance, when really anything that you need, you can acquire. A for acquire, A for attain, A for access yourself. Whether you detaching from your family, because it's a matrix. Like I say, especially with chosen ones that I'm talking to, like family, they just regular ass people. You grew up with these motherfuckers, but you have no idea who they are. Something happened. I mean, something happened. You know what I mean? They look totally unrecognizable. You can't depend on them anyway. So, what I've learned in this life is family is just a word. Now, I know people who family is family. They have family reunions. They stay in cahoot with they peoples. It's all love within a family group. I didn't come from that type of family, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? I know some people who got some wonderful mothers out here. Mine, you know what I mean? She really wasn't too motherly to me. You know what I mean? Come from a single parent household, so I never knew my father. So it ain't like I came from a happy home. You know what I mean? Or like when I meet my bride to be, I don't even have a family to take her to. I'm also a twin. I actually got a twin sister, but like I say, I don't fuck with family. I got one brother, one sister, one mother, man, and I'm isolated out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Not by choice. I try to play the peacemaker, but it seems like the more I try to unite my family or get my family together, the more it pushed them against each other and shit like that. Like, I don't have beefs. I'm obedient. See, obedience is a word that I brought into my adulthood. And the word obedience fucked me in my adulthood. I'm just going to say this. I was growing up taught that, okay, you keep God first. You keep family second. And anything after that is whatever you put on the chain. I always put God first. That's something I've never broken from. But the family, given the hierarchy that I put family under, it was bad dealing. It was a trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a motherfucking trap. Family could be a trap. Like, my biggest enemies is family. My biggest haters, the people that's done the most destruction and damage to my life trajectory, has been family. But in reality, the only people that can really hurt you are people that's close to you. You'll never let a stranger in to fuck you over. It's always a friend or a family. So you gotta be cautious. I ain't calling my family the devil. I ain't calling my mom the devil or nothing like that. But they sure got devilish tendencies. You know what I mean? Just gotta be cautious. You know, this represents just bad dealings. If you keep associating with people who you think got your best interests at heart when they don't, they're just gonna keep destroying you. Except it's gonna be on a more personal level, to where it starts to fuck with your mental health. Chaining people. It ain't just people you chain to, it's ideologies that are obsolete and dissolved. You know what I mean? I see it with my older clients. You know, I'm 38. Like, I got clients in their 60s and 70s still upholding laws and traditions that their parents set for them. The parents aren't even here. Like, they've passed on years ago. But yet, they're keeping on dead traditions, riding dead horses, things that don't really apply to them, that's never really applied to them. It might apply to their parents. It might have been cool during their parents' era or parents' time. But that type of ideology to bring it to your time with your life and your trajectory could be very devastating also. So just watch out. Devil card also represents negative people, toxic people, you know. Or, like I said, just bad dealings. The way I see it in this card is just bad dealings. So, a lot of feminists are coming out of bad situations. Friends who you see ain't really friends at all. Who in fact have been your worst enemy. Family, who no much hard you try to try to build with them or try to heal them or try to be there for them, they don't want to be there for you. You know, most people who stop fucking with family and shit, it's really off the basis. It's like, what is family? Family is people you go to when you need help, when you need assistance, when you need understanding, love, you know, peace. But if you never found that in your family, then are they really your family? They could be a devil in disguise, just used to, I don't know, aid in your destruction. Just thought. Indirect energy. Shit you ain't seeing with this devil energy is the Knight of Wands. This is moving fast and furiously towards your divine direction, i.e. being in a place to be. If you don't have a place in your own family, then obviously you have a place in a new family, or maybe building a family of your own. If you can't find understanding, loyalty, peace, solstice in your own friends, then they're not your friends at all. You need to run far away from them. This is running far away from family, running far away from friends, running far away from places and things that don't serve you anymore. You don't walk slowly away while looking back at these things, hoping that they change their mind. A mistake I've done. You know what I mean? I'm 38 years old. It took me 35 years for me to realize family is for friends. I have friends who are more family than family. Like my twin flame. He's like my dad. He's more of a parent than my own parent have been. I mean, but it's like that. You know, I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just speaking for a specific crowd of feminists. You know what I'm saying? You need to run far away from these friends. And you're not running away from your life. You ain't running away from your own problems. What you're doing is just moving on expeditiously, because there's no more time, energy, and resources that need to be wasted riding dead horses. Love, obedience, tradition. You know, these words, they're all words. These words have kept you in this have kept you with the devil's advocate, have kept you in this madness, this chaos that you call family, this chaos that you call friends, this chaos that you call lovers. It's time to move on. As far as yourself, feminine, you got the Four of Pentacles. And this is really carrying on to the whole thing I've been saying for the past, I don't know, 6-7 minutes. Four of Pentacles is holding on. This is conscious, direct energy. Feminine, when it comes to yourself, you holding on too tight to some shit. Or being scared to let some shit go. What is this shit I'm talking about? Family, friends, associates, lovers, persons, places, and things. That's what pentacles are. But what are pentacles? They're temporary. They expire. They have expiration dates. It's terms for all these things. This damn helicopter been floating the whole time. I didn't have record on. Chi-Town in Inglewood right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, trenches in the trenches right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit that's been happening. All right, let me not veer off because I want to say a few things, but I don't want this video to get restricted. So let me just keep going with the message. You hold on too tight to family when you need to let them go. You hold on too tight to this person, place, or thing. Let it go, because in reality, it's gonna be gone anyway. You know. Three of Pentacles. Like I say, this is a bridge. This is you and a person and the shit that they got going on with you. Even if the shit you got going on with them is shit that you don't want to be happening. You know what I mean? You're going to have the Four of Pentacles. Let that shit go. Because the step after the Four of Pentacles is the Five of Pentacles. And what's the Five of Pentacles? It's the Dark Night of the Soul. And what's the Dark Night of the Soul? It's loss. Or a lesson, because we don't take losses. It's an L at the end of the day. And whatever you losing is something that was going to be gone anyway. At least by you, at least by you letting it go, it's dead and over with on your term and your conditions. It shouldn't take for you to lose everything for you to let a person go. It shouldn't take for you to get fucked over for the 1,000th time for you to get it. Or like me, it shouldn't take you more than 30 years to figure out that family ain't family, to figure out that friends ain't friends, to figure out that love don't live here anymore. What kept you holding on was maybe the safety. But it ain't really a safety because it's been an unsafe environment. It's been a chaotic environment, madness. You know what I mean? Holding on to these people, holding on to these places, holding on to these things. What really you was holding on to, which is something, is the thought. That's something. Your ideal of what this could be or how it should be. Or maybe the thought that they would change. But behavior is consistent until you change the shit. It's not them, pentacles, that's going to change. It's their actions and behavior that's going to change. And the action and behavior has to change before any pentacle is manifested from it. Subconsciously, indirect shit, the shit you don't see with this whole letting go situation is we got grooming. Part of the reason you was holding on to Four of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is big face. Knights, queens, kings, and things are divine realms. Or what I say, big energy. This represents grooming. Like I say, I was groomed to depend on family, to look at family in a highlight, even though my family really wasn't shit. Not all of them. Like I say, my whole family tree, I could say mother's side, an auntie, and a cousin. And they know who they are. I fucks with them heavy. One auntie, one cousin. The little cousins, and you know what I'm saying? The little cousins and the young fam, I ain't really talking about them. I'm talking about the motherfuckers I came up with. One auntie, one cousin. The only motherfuckers like I can actually say that's divine, or at least got some type of fucking sense, or at least people that I fuck with. They're real. Father side of the family, who I don't really know, let's just say the man that I get my name from, the father I got my name from. Out of that family, one auntie, one cousin. And we're deep. People that know my family, we deep as fuck, ain't we? Yup. I find it highly strange. You know what I'm saying? On both sides of the family, I can find one auntie, one cousin. One auntie, one male cousin, and my mama's side, one auntie, one female cousin, their mother and daughter on the other side. Like grooming. Main reason why I held on to madness, held on to chaos, held on to people who really didn't serve me and shit, was I was groomed to do so. It's psychological too. Back to grooming. Good grooming. It's a two-way street. I love them, they love me. I respect them, they respect me. I help them, they help me. You know? It's mutual. It's a two-way street. What I'm giving out is what the fuck I'm getting. It's reciprocated. Ugly grooming. One-way street. You give love, but that love don't come back. You give respect, but that respect don't come back. You help people, but ain't no help coming from the other direction. You do shit for people, but ain't shit getting done for you. And ugly grooming is just training you for bad grooming. Bad grooming is a dead end. It's a person controlling the whole giving and taking situation. A person controlling the whole manipulation. The narcissist behind all the fucking chaos and drama. The abuser, the user, the loser. You know what I mean? Who in your head is a winner, but that's only because you have respect for them, because you think of them in the highlight, mainly because they probably family or people that's close to you. But once again, if it ain't good grooming, if it ain't a two-way street, then like I say, you just on your way to ugly grooming, which is going to lead its way to bad grooming. Moving on, wrapping this up. Going to the masculine role. So in regards to your divine masculine, divine feminine, we're just going to put it back on the twin flame level. Or it could be your karmic masculine. Whatever masculine you fucking with right now. You know what I'm saying? We got God. God is the king of swords. You know, God represents something good gonna happen, something bad gonna happen, or some ugly shit happening. 66% chance it ain't bad. But even if it's bad, it's good, because God don't make no mistakes. God works in mysterious ways. And God is perfect and absolute. Now, even me saying this, I gotta keep the faith in saying this, because I mean it's the type of God that I serve. Scratch his head. You know. Like I say, it's gotta be a new world. My personal opinion, the world ended in 2012. Or we jumped to another timeline. And then another shift happened back in 2020. The world ain't been the same since 2012. But the world been unrecognizable since 2020. You know, sometimes I'll be looking at God like, yo, why are good people suffering? Like every person I know with a good heart, obedient to their fucking family, who do nothing but good. But like I say, it ain't about good or bad, because you could be doing good and that could be wrong. You know, I had a conversation with my homie who I ain't spoke to in a minute. He going through the same shit I'm going through. Most of my homies, people that I can actually call a friend. Not all of them, but the ones around my age group who I came up with. It's like, we doing bad. Like, it's all bad. But we all keep the faith. We laugh about how we still keep the faith. How even though shit is fucking grim. How even though, like I say, it seems like we can't find no type of consistency, no type of stability. Like, it's every time we talk to each other, we going through some shit. You know, we still keep the faith though. We all still believe in God. You know, like I say, I don't question God's motives anymore. It took me 3 years to just really stop giving a fuck. I don't question God's motives with shit, because one thing I do know is that in this world here, God lives in us. He lives in our brain, the minds of the chosen people. Like I say, God is the king of swords. God is a personal relationship, meaning God is mental. God ain't in this world. Like walking around here, you know what I'm saying? Looking out for people, holding out people down. Like you see angels in movies and shit like that. Like, fuck no. God lives within us. God is in the animals. God is in the air, the trees. Like, God is in things. In things. Keyword. God is inside things. God ain't outside this world. You can look at this world and tell who the fuck runs this bitch. Who the god of this matrix, this plantation, this crab bucket is. A lot of people think they serving God, but they ain't God they serving. A lot of people think they following God. It ain't God that they serving. Their God relies on materialism. People got more faith in the dollar and currency than they do in the Most High. People got to see shit to believe shit. Ain't too many people walking by faith and by sight out here. That's just my personal opinion. I'm saying all this shit to say this. God is a personal relationship. God is in us. You know what I mean? The way this world is set up, like I said, you could do right and it's still all wrong. That's why the passage, the meek shall inherit the earth. I believe that. Because, like I say, I've been waiting, not waiting on my moment, because I've been out here grinding and my homies been out here grinding too. But like I said, it seems like the people who don't fuck with the Most High are the most prosperous. It seems like the people who have no concept of the Creator seems to be doing good out here. Like, I'm looking for jobs and shit like that. Like, I get my channel flagged. You Google me and shit. And through the good things that I do out in this world, I help a lot of good people. I do a lot of good shit. But it's a bad look. It keeps me from getting a lot of jobs. It keeps me from a lot of opportunities. Doing the God body shit that I do. And people be like, yo, stop doing YouTube. Put your Facebook private and shit like that. It's like, motherfucker, I know killers on Facebook every day with their guns and shit on social media, basically telling everybody what they doing. They don't have jobs. They scamming and jamming and literally killing people. But they seem to be operating. Their bank accounts is fat, you know what I'm saying? They dressed in the flyest threads around this motherfucker. All they do is wake up and do dirty. Walking, talking demons out here like real life devils. And they're prospering. And most people I know who doing good are doing bad. What's good is bad now. What's bad is good. What's down is up. What's up is down. So, flex. This world is, like I say, it's completely different. So, I don't look at the world and be like, my God, how could you let things happen the way, like, how could you let good people suffer? Like, it ain't nothing like that. Like I say, what it is what it is. This is a temporary space and time where all things expire. It's a physical construct. God didn't design this construct. God put us here and gave us the Ace of Swords. A for anything we needed to succeed, survive, and thrive in life was put on earth before we even got here. All our riches. Anything we ever needed. Water, food, fruit, life. I'm talking about real food. Real water, real everything. Like I said, it was already put here. But what's happened is these people who obviously run this motherfucking place, they took all the real shit and put fake shit in its place. God didn't create bills for us to be paying 9 to 5 and slaving for corporations till we die. God, I hope they don't flag this motherfucking video. But I'm dropping some jewels. It wasn't, God didn't make the earth the way it is. People made this piece the way it is. God didn't create the world to destroy it. It's homeostasis. The world was built to sustain itself. But it's getting destroyed. You know what I mean? Through several systems. Like I said, it ain't God doing none of this messed up shit out here. God ain't tormenting me or tormenting the good people out here and blessing these fucking devils and demons out here. I mean, if you really look at it, because I told you God is a personal relationship, God isn't here. God is void. And I would say 70% of people, 28% are divines. 70% are what I like to call the sheep, the rest. Then you got 1-2%ers. They could be in either category. You know what I'm saying? But they in a whole different world, a whole different system, a whole different life. Saying all this shit to say this, I might get pissed sometimes, and I don't talk to God like he like one of my homies or an uncle or a motherfucking irritating ass friend that's always trying to like lift me up when I'm feeling sad and shit. But it's just like I have the mind to know what it is and what it ain't, and what the fuck is gonna be in this world. Unfortunately, if this was the world that God blessed and left us with, should it be different? But shit is different. But since things are different, you kind of got to take that into accountability. Oh, you don't change with the world because the world's changing. Like I say, everybody going left field. Everybody is motionless and heartless in this piece. That don't mean I need to be heartless. God made me a kind-hearted person. I'm going to die a kind-hearted person. God gave me empathy and sympathy for my fellow man. Even though people with sympathy and empathy are the main people who get used, who get abused, who end up with narcissistic family, parents, you know? But at the end of the day, like, God is good. I know people who don't fuck with God because they feel like God cheated them out some shit. Oh, you took my son. Oh, you took my mom. Oh, you did this. Oh, you God ain't do none of that shit. Nigga, the world did that shit. The question is, do you have a relationship with the Most High? A personal relationship, because that's all God is. It's a personal relationship. And Christ is a consciousness. It's all mental. It's all spiritual. Spiritual is in the mental realm. You know what I'm saying? So, feminine. At the end of the day, especially when it comes to your divine masculine, it's all spiritual. It's all mental. You're growing. You're evolving. You're A for ascending. That's all. That's A for all that matters. Your masculine's gonna get on the same boat. Might not be on the same boat with you, but y'all definitely gonna get to the same destination. God work with you, right? Okay, God finna work on your divine masculine. God healed you. God's gonna heal those you love. It's gonna happen when they're ready. They have to change their actions and behavior. But before you can change your actions and behavior, before you can even change your feelings and emotions, you have to change your mentality, your ideology, the direction you go in, the decisions you make. And it all starts from the mind that God indwells. Subconscious. Building onto that, we got the Fool card. And what's the Fool card? Being in a whole new world like Aladdin. What's the Fool card? Unawareness. They don't know. What did Jesus say dying on the cross? Like, God sent his son. You know, Michael, the angel in physical form. It killed Jesus, bruh. Slaughtered this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was God's greatest gift. And you see how we, as a people, treated him. How do you think they're going to treat you? Feel me? I mean, they didn't know. It's unawareness. They didn't know the Son of God when he was right in their face. How they going to recognize a divine being like you that helps them and loves them and loyal to them and shit like that? Like, man, it's all in the mind. That's how you got to look at shit. Forgive them, Father, because they don't know what the hell they doing. They don't know who I am, obviously. If they knew, they wouldn't be nailing me to the cross like this. Forgive the people in this world. I mean, obviously, I say this all the time. Love. You either give it or receive it. That's what makes a human being. So a hater is a demon. Say that shit one more time for the niggas in the back. Love. You either give it or receive it. That's what makes a human being. Anybody else doing that shit or not doing that shit? Like, anybody else not doing that shit? You a demon. You another entity. Or from another motherfucking planet. We humans, right? We were put on this earth to give love and receive that shit. We are spiritual beings having a physical existence. It ain't the other way around. So to the people doing dirty out here, who can throw their own mother under the bus, who can create all kind of chaos and mayhem and have no feelings about it, these are not humans. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want them to flag my shit. Future final roll, wrapping this up, Divine Feminine. Going to the future, we got the Ace of Cups. And this is direct and conscious. You know, this is self-love, self-respect, self-admiration, self-realization, self-identification. You gotta love yourself. Because in the world we live in, I mean, only love you really gonna get is from yourself and God, the Most High. Pretty much. Just throwing it out there. I mean, it's only gonna get worse. You know, just give love to yourself. And don't stop giving love to people, even if they ain't giving love to you. Self-respect. As long as you respect yourself, that's all that matters. A lot of these motherfuckers ain't got no respect for you because they ain't got no respect for themselves. They don't care. They have no feelings or emotions involved to being disrespectful to other people. They feel entitled to do it. That's their shit, and it ain't got shit to do with you. As long as you giving out that love, that's all that matters. As long as you respect yourself, then you can respect other people. You respect other people because you respect yourself. You love other people because you love yourself. They don't love you because they don't know what love is. And if they don't know what love is, they're not giving that shit to themselves, are they? Self-identification. Know who the fuck you are. Because the average person do not know who they are. They live vicariously through other people or trying to be other people. Clones out here. You know what I mean? Be thankful you know who the hell you are. Self-realization. Know why you here. Know why God put you here. Know your path. Know your purpose. Because once again, the average person don't know who the fuck they are. You think they know their path and their purpose and the reason why they're here? No. They don't even know the Most High. You do. It comes from ascending. Keep going up. It's a solo journey. The higher you go up, the less people that's going to be around. Less people around is less people that's going to understand you. The less people that's going to be there for you. It's a spiritual journey. Keep the love. Like I say, you got it. You get it. That's all that matters. Final card, this message clarifying this self-love, self-respect, self-admiration, self-realization. We got the Knight of Cups. And that's big emotions. So don't just love yourself. Love the fuck out yourself. Don't just love people and in spite of. They don't give no love back to you, but you still got to put that love there. Even if your love is like a church plate when you ain't got no money. You know, a church plate come around, you ain't got no money. You just tap the plate. And just, hey, God, when I can get it, I'll send it. You know, but all I can give is a pat right now. All I can give is just a representation of me giving something, even though I don't have nothing to give. I'm just sending my love to the church. I ain't got no money to give to the church. I put my love to the church, my respect, my admiration, my loyalty, being here to the motherfucking church. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta learn how to love people from afar. You don't fuck with family no more. I still got love for them. I just don't think they love themselves. Like, I don't think they know what love is. Like, I still respect them. Even they don't respect me, but like I say, that's their issue. It ain't just family I'm talking about, that's friends. Former lovers. Sometimes you just gotta tap the pot, man. Just love them from afar. Send them well wishes from afar. But you can't fuck with them no more. You can't build with them no more. Because by them being in your face and in your space and in your cipher, they're just gonna keep doing the shit that they've been doing to you. And it ain't been helping. And if it ain't helping you, it's hurting you. So that's the message that I got. Divine feminine, stay strong. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this twin flame situation, like I said, your divine masculine, hey, God got him. God got you, right? All right. God taught you, right? God was working with you, right? All right. He gonna work with your divine counterpart. You just got it before your masculine did. You just got the lesson. Some of them just hard-headed. But as much as I got, hope I can be a good use to, to y'all. Holler at me if you need me. I'm doing specials this weekend if you want to book, okay? I'm outie. Let's see what the masculine got going on. 1.